My first name is Hassan.
Hesan?
Hassan.
Okay. Can you tell me your story that you've done with me as your real estate agent?
Yes, actually, it's my pleasure to say that. So I met James actually after Harvey, Hurricane Harvey, and unfortunately my house got flooded, and it was really hard time for me, and same to most people. And we were looking for help and everything. At like after a while, I thought that I can't do it, so let's just sell the house. So a lot of people, they came as they just tried to make advantage of the situation and even pay so little for the house, which is, I know how much my house was cost. So I was looking for somebody who's really know what to do. I already had a real estate agent before, and we were like talking. I didn't feel that the other real estate agent was very comfortable or wasn't very excited to sell the house. I know because the house unfortunately was damaged, and I just didn't feel that it's gonna be the best sell with my agent. So I was looking for another agent, the agent that's gonna be able to sell it as soon as possible with the best price. And I was talking with the neighbors, and I saw one listing, and this listing actually, it was my neighbor, and the house actually stayed only 1 day in market. The next day was pending. So I talked to my neighbor. I told him how that happened, how's things. He said, well, I got 10,000 more than the asking price. I was like, wow, how did you do that? He said, I do have a real estate agent. He was helping me fixing the house, cleaning the house, and he put it on market. He was really nice, and he said really good things about James. So I said, let me give him a call. So I called James. I talked to him, and we set appointment. He came to see my house. To be honest with you, first I said, I wasn't thinking very well, like what should I do? Shall I fix the house and wait? Because I wasn't certain about how it's gonna be. So I talked to James, and normally I don't make my decision immediately. I like to take my time, read things, read reviews. And so James, he came and we were talking. He was so excited, so happy. So I felt like that might happen. And he was telling me he already print all the papers, the prices, the price that he thinks that he can sell it, and the price that we're gonna list it. We might get maybe a little bit less, maybe more, but this is what we're gonna start. And to be honest with you, I was like, yeah, I think that's very satisfying. And I don't know, for somehow I just signed the papers, which is very weird for me because normally I take my time. Anyway, so the house actually the next day, well, actually when he came and we signed the papers, he already made a phone calls in my house with some investors, and some of them, they said, yeah, we want to come see it. Just to make it the story short, actually within 2 days he got me like 4 or 5 offers, and we went with the highest offer and with the best conditions. So I was so thrilled because I sold even the house more what I was thinking about, and so I just sold the house. And
Did we sell that one above list price?
oh my God, yes, above the list price. And so meantime, I was, before when Harvey happens, there was another house I was closing, and for my personal family. And unfortunately I didn't know him before, because otherwise I could let him do the negotiation, which is he really good with it. And so I bought a new house myself, unfortunately without James, but and I have another house that I wanted to sell just to make the money, about for the new house. And so this is the second house that we are selling. And so he listed, the beautiful thing It's my parents' house, and normally we
Which I love
don't.
your parents, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. They love you too. And they didn't take care of it very well. So the first thing that he said, and which is really nice, he was telling me that I consider this is my house. Most of the listing that I get, I consider it as my house. So the next time he called me and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna do the power wash for the house." I was like, "How much is that gonna cost me?" He said, "No, I consider this is my property." So actually, within few days, he came with all the equipment and he started like cleaning the whole house. And not only this, he even planted some stuff, some planets for me to make it look beautiful. And he said, "Do you know what? I'm gonna sell the house." And so he listed the house, and he gave me actually because the house. He said, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's paint the house a little bit to fresh it up. Let's change the carpet," which is like that's considered a plus to sell, and it's not cost that much. So I did whatever he said. The house looks beautiful. Everybody came in was like so impressed. So to make the story short as well, we sold the house within 2 days. Well, within 3 days, and we got like 4 or 5 offers, right?
Yes.
And we went with the highest offer. And we are really happy. We sold the house, and everything is really good. And I'm really happy, to be honest with you. I always say good things about James and trying to get him more clients because he helped me. I want to spread the word, especially between my friends and the people I know.
Well, we did run into a stumbling block. So that stumbling block was that the buyers didn't turn in their tax return, or didn't turn in their taxes to their lender, and so we fell out of contract on this house.
On the first offer.
On the
Yes.
first offer. So what happened after that?
Oh, what's happened after that? Actually, so I was really devastated because we had like certain time and to close, and I need that money. So he called me. He said the guys they couldn't get the money from the lender, and I was like really sad. He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll find you somebody. We do have backup offers." I said, "Okay," and actually the next day he called me. He said, "I do have offers, but I want to wait till the weekend because we get more people by the weekends." So I told him, "Okay, James, I trust you. I know you do the best, and I know you want me to get the best thing. So I trust you. Do whatever you do, and we are looking forward." Anyway, so within 2 days, actually it was Monday, and he told me, "I got you even more what the first offer was, and better condition as well."
Way above list price,
Way
right?
above the list price. I was like, "Wow, you amazed me again." So actually, yeah, we sold the house more what I was thinking to get, and better conditions. And the funny thing is, the closing date was exactly the same as the first offer, which is amazing because it's like a month or less. And yeah, so we are waiting to sell the house, hopefully the third week of July to close, and we are really happy to go from there. And yeah, James is really amazing, and all the time, whatever buy, sell house, James he gonna be my guy.
So what do you think is different about me compared to other real estate agents that you've used in the past?
Okay, so the thing is about James, the thing that's really wowed me is the initiation. For example, I had some people before, or I do kind of business, like if you do something extra, you expect to get more money for it. But James, he said, "No, I'll do it. Don't worry about it." So he did actually the whole power wash, which is like maybe $300 cost, but he just want to make the property looks beautiful. He wanted to list it. He wanted to sell it very fast, and with the best conditions, which is he already did. So this one actually makes me like feel, wow, that's really different, because that shows me that he cares. He doesn't care only about money, which is money is of course everybody cares about it, but he did extra. That's me. The thing is that he see is just like some ads on, and so that really amazed me. The thing is, he said just bring some pushes, some stuff. I'll plan it myself, and that was like, it's very different. You don't hear that every day. And the thing he did at home, and he was like, give me some tips, like you need to do this, you need to do that in order to get the house ready, which is, I know a lot of maybe agents, they do it, but I think he do it with a professional, like in a professional way, and that's the most important thing for me. And not only this, like I consider James, for example, another thing is, I text James around 12 o'clock p.m. or 11 o'clock. He's really happy to answer immediately. He don't like let it transfer me to the answer machine, or he won't gonna reply by the text. No, he replies immediately. When I read the contract, I have a question, I call him 11 o'clock, 11:30, and this has happened twice, and he's always, don't worry about it, just let me know what it is. Sometimes I forgot stuff at home and I don't have the keys. I call him. He comes from Katy all the way here just to get me the keys and to get whatever I need, which is, he's not have to do it, or he won't gonna say, like for example, oh maybe I'll come on the weekends or within 2 days. No, he said I'll be there within 1 hour or within 2 hours, or give me a little bit time, but he do it in the first day, which is, that's like make me feel very comfortable. I feel like really safe, really happy with the way that he's like dealing with people, especially with me. I'm very hard person, and I expect a lot from the people that I work with, and James, he exceed, to be honest with you, everybody that I worked with before.
So what was different between when you first met me, like your first impression from when you first met me, compared to after you got to know me?
Well, actually, the first time when I met
Don't worry,
you,
I won't be offended.
okay. No, actually, the first time was really nice, and I hear that James was helping people actually with the Harvey thing, with the hurricane, and most of the houses in the area got really damaged before. So I hear that he was like helping people, that's mean a lot, because
I was help rescuing people during the
rescuing
flood,
people.
and then I remediated the properties that a lot. I try to remediate as many properties as I could.
So this is what I heard from my neighbor, which is make me feel more comfortable, because when you help people, this is something that shows that you are a good person. And so yeah, first time when I met him, as I told you, I signed immediately, which is, I don't do it normally. And later, actually, he met my parents, and my parents, they loved him so much.
And I loved your parents too. They're awesome.
And they were like, even when I was like really depressed from the first offer that went off, so even like I was just telling him right now, he said, my mom, she just told me, don't worry about it, he's good, he's gonna find somebody. And he did. Within another 2 days, he got me a way better offer, and we are really happy with that. I feel like really happy and really safe. Anybody I know I care about, I'm gonna refer James to him. Same for me as well, because we like to buy houses and sell houses, just moving all the time. So yeah, probably we are staying with James, and I trust James. And yes, really, thank you, James.
Thank you so much for your business, and thank you for all your kindness that you've showed me, first of all. But what advice would you give new clients that have come with me, or people that I'm just started to talk to? What advice would you give them?
Well, to be honest with you, he just gonna consider your house as his property to sell. So he's just like selling it for himself, which is he wants to be successful. The other thing that I was watching actually, I was reading about James. Not only reviews, but I see the way that he lists his properties, the way he's showing the properties, the way he was talking, negotiation with different people, the way the house is actually, how long it stays in the market with him and his listings. And so that's make me very comfortable because all the houses that he lists, it's most of, like, I think only one house wasn't bending. All of them they are bending, which is that's mean that he do business, and which is very important. Like, you know, so that's mean he knows how to sell. For example, if a house worth 200, he won't gonna put like 300 for the house. We're trying to be realistic people, so that's
And that is one of the ways I got multiple offers on your house, and I'm able to sell above list price,
about list price, which is
and
like,
more than actually what's going on in the neighborhood and the market as well.
which is for me, to be honest, if you're gonna hire James, selling your house, he gonna take your house as his house, and he wanna sell it for you as he's selling for himself. And you don't need to be like worried about anything, because I think he will he will get you a really good deal, and he will works for you, not against you. That's the most important thing in the real estate business. And that's my selling house, buying house. I'm looking forward actually. Unfortunately, I bought this house before James, but I'll try him. So
Don't worry,
my
we
new
always have
house.
next time.
We always have next time. And yeah, probably I believe because the negotiation thing is very important. He do the research for the area, which is very important, so we can go with it. And maybe if you ask him for more information, just like right now what I did, I do have questions from different things, and he said I'll ask from an expert and I'll get you more information, which is that's really nice. It's like basically it's like helping people, like you know, it's just like helping people without anything, and that's very important thing, and to make actually a really good relation with the client.
And so, what would you feel? How did you feel the advice I gave you on things that you needed to do to the property? How did you feel that advice was, and did you think that made a difference? And what did you feel that the advice I did give you, how do you think it affected the sale of your house?
Okay, so for the advice for this house, actually, the first one was sell as is. This house, so the house, we have kids, and normally with the kids, the house is, you know how it is, how messy it is. So I was thinking to sell it as is. I didn't want to do any work on it because I already was busy with 2 houses more. But he said, come on, let's paint the house a little bit. It's not gonna cost that much. Do the carpet, it's gonna make a difference. Clean, deep clean stuff, just hire people to do like deep clean. And to be honest with you, we did all that, and what the cost was like really cheap. I found really good deals, and actually James, he was offering to help me fixing stuff at home, which is really nice. And I told him, do you know what, no, we weren't gonna fix it, that's it. And so basically this small tips that he gave me affect the price a lot, even for me. Like when I left the house, and I was like, my god, that house looks messy. After I did whatever he told me, entering the house, and actually it's really beautiful, it's really nice. I wasn't expecting it's gonna look like this. And yeah, that's affect a lot about the price. I love the offers as well, because people, once they comes to the house and see it is very clean, nice house, of course that's gonna help. selling the house very quick and get more offers to the house.
All right. Well, I think I've taken enough of your time. Thank you so much for being
My
my client.
pleasure.
Thank you
you,
so
James.
much for spending the time with me
Thank you so
and
much.
helping me inform people that, you know, my clients and people that I've met and that aren't sure and they're thinking about different real estate agents and how to choose the right one. Thank you so
Thank you
much for your
so much,
time.
James. Thank you for everything, and thank you for your business. I'm looking for more business with you, and I know you're gonna make a really good client for a life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you too.